police tell us they responded to the report of a shooting at a home in Catawba County last night. It's where they found a woman and her parents dead. A 10-year-old child was also inside the home, but thankfully was not hurt. WBTV's Mary Calkins was in court this morning where Christian Berry faced a judge and has the latest in this case. Mary?
This morning, Isaac Christenberry appeared before a Catawba County judge. The judge explained the max penalty for each of Christenberry's charges is death. She asked Christenberry if he understood that penalty. He shook his head yes and never spoke during his appearance. This is video of Christenberry entering the courtroom in the last few hours. He stood shackled before the judge as she read his charges and explained the maximum penalty. His appearance lasted less than 5 minutes before he was taken back into custody at the Catawba County Detention Center. This is video from the early hours of the triple murder investigation. According to the Maiden Police Department, when officers arrived, they found Jenna, Charles, and Cindy Cox shot and killed. Police say Christenberry drove away from the home immediately after the shooting. It took police and the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation less than an hour to track Christenberry down and arrest him in Lincoln County. Christenberry is back behind bars in the Catawba County Detention Center where he is being held without bond. His next court appearance is a probable cause hearing on November 12th. And of course, we're going to continue following this case and let you know of any updates. Reporting in Catawba County, Mary Calkins, WBTV, on your side.